what the biggest lizard in the world is? Do you know where they live? Or what they eat? To answer the first question, it is the Komodo Dragon, or using their scientific name, Varanus komodonesis. The other questions will be answered later in my video, so stay tuned if you want to know what's up with Komodo dragons. To start off, let me give you a good description of what they look like, and how big they can actually get. These lizards can be up to 9 feet long and weigh 150 pounds. That's a big lizard! Komodo dragons are lizards with long tails, strong agile necks, and sturdy limbs. Their tongues are yellow and forked. Adults are almost uniform stone color with distinct large scales. Babies may display a more vibrant color and pattern. These massive lizards are carnivores, meaning they only eat meat. They will eat any kind of meat they can find, which might include animals as small as a rat, all the way up to the size of a water buffalo. They can eat up to 80% of their body weight in food in just one day. This is unlikely though because they don't eat very often. They can survive on only eating once a month. This is super cool for them, but us humans need to eat every day. One of the many traits that a Komodo dragon has includes retractable jaws. This helps them be able to eat half a goat in one bite. This occurs when the dragon bites into the food and the jaw moves back and allows a bigger path for the food to go into. This is similar to what a snake does. Another trait they have is venomous spit. The Komodo dragon has venom glands on its lower jaw that constantly makes venom that mixes with the spit. Once this big lizard bites into the victim, the venom goes into the bloodstream and prevents clotting to happen within the blood, which is how you stop bleeding. This means that once the animal gets bitten, even if they manage to get away, they'll just bleed to death. I'm not sure if that is better than just being eaten right there on the spot. There is no cure or anti-venom for a Komodo dragon's venom, which is the biggest reason to stay away from them. Something crazy about the Komodo dragon is that there are several people who own these vicious creatures as pets. These people do own special licenses to keep these exotic pets, but it's still very dangerous. If you happen to run into one in the wild, make sure to steer clear and head the opposite direction. Since they can run up to 12 miles per hour, you might not be able to get away from them if you were too close, and they could eat you in just 2 bites. Be very careful if you do ever find one. If you do want to see one in the wild, you would need to go to Indonesia, where they are commonly found, but your local zoo might be a little easier to get to. Although Komodo dragons live in Indonesia, they have not always lived there, nor is it their native country. These big guys are actually native to Australia. The bones of this particular species have been traced back to 4 million years ago. Before that, they were just another type of large lizard. The first sighting of the Komodo dragon was in 1910 when the Western scientists discovered them. After that, they became popular in many zoo exhibits and still are today. Now let's talk about chicks. Not these chicks. These chicks, also known as hatchlings or calves. These little guys will be born in an egg and will incubate for 8 months, and then hatch into the world as an independent Komodo dragon. After hatching, these babies will travel up the trees so they are less likely to be eaten, because where they live, every single animal that eats meat is a threat to these little babies. Some threats that adult Komodo dragons face are mainly illegal hunting and habitat loss. The population as of June 2023 was 1,383. This low population number makes them endangered. This is very sad, but there are many organizations trying to help them, and I will link my favorite in the description box below. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to turn on notifications for future videos, hit that like button, and follow my channel. If you want to know what's up with a different animal, leave a comment and it might just be my next video.